Two books, two paths, one way. I'm reading the Bible and the Quran to find what I actually believe and to share what I uncover along the way. Before I get deeper into the verses, I want to give context. Because if I'm going to compare two books, I need to understand where they came from, how they were written, and how they were preserved over time. Let's start with the Bible. The Bible isn't one book. It's a collection of 66 books or more, depending on the denomination, written by dozens of different authors. The Old Testament, written mostly in Hebrew and some parts in Aramaic, was written 400 years before Christ. The authors, mostly unknown, but believed to be prophets and religious leaders, all writing across different eras of ancient Israelite history. The New Testament was written in Greek after the death of Jesus, roughly between 50 and 100 AD. It includes the Gospels, which tell the Jesus' life, and letters written by early followers like Paul, Peter, John, and Luke. But here's where it gets complex. We don't have the originals of these texts. What we do have are copies of copies written centuries after the originals. The earliest complete manuscripts of the New Testament come from about 300 years after Jesus. And with thousands of versions, with small differences between them, it raises a serious question. Who translated them? Who chose what went in and what got left out? Now, the Quran, however, has a different story. It's also different in structure. According to the Islamic belief, the Quran is the word of God, revealed to Prophet Muhammad through the angel Jibril over a period of 23 years. Muslims claim that Prophet Muhammad was illiterate, therefore he could not write the Quran himself. Muhammad would recite his revelations out loud, and his companions, many of whom could read and write, would memorize them and write them down. The Quran was written during Muhammad's life and compiled into one book shortly after his death. Unlike the Bible, the Quran has remained in its original language, Arabic, and there's only one version of the Quran used by over 1 billion Muslims all around the world. The oldest known copy of the Quran dates back to the 7th century and is almost identical to the version of the Quran Muslims read today. And unlike the Bible, the Quran was memorized and written from the very beginning. Today, millions of Muslims have memorized the entire Quran, word by word, which plays the huge role in its preservation. The Bible was written by many, the Quran revealed as one. Which feels more genuine to you? Does complexity means truth or confusion? Does consistency mean divine or rigid? Tell me which speaks to you, and let's discuss.